Hello, this is Scout from Missouri Assistive Technology, and today I'd like to continue my series of What Difference Is It to You? The cane edition. Alright, so today we are going to talk about canes, the various styles and features of them. And if you have questions about anything you see in this video, feel free to reach out to us at Missouri Assistive Technology at www.at.mo.gov. All right, let's look at some canes. So the first style of cane we're going to look at is the single point cane. All right, this is simply a handle, a shaft, and a point that touches the ground. And you always want to check and make sure that's in good condition. A nice thing about the single point cane is the tip is fairly easily replaceable. There's a variety of styles of handles. This one happens to be a foam handle. On the aluminum ones, there is a good amount, usually 10 adjustment points. So you can get it just to the right height. And the right height should be at your hip, or as you're standing, the top of the handle should reach your wrist. You want a bend in the arm as you're using the cane. All right, and just to show you to adjust these, there's often a collar that loosens. Push the pin and just adjust it up and down as you need. All right, and then tighten that collar. All right, that is the single point cane. Next in line, we have a brand called the Hurricane. Now this one has a wider base. This is a self-standing cane, which is nice. So this has 3 points of contact for the ground. So a little bit more support on the ground. This one only comes with a straight style handle. It is pretty comfortable. The Hurricane has fewer adjustment points, but the same, you adjust it in the same way, keep it at about the same height. And the interesting thing about this cane is it is also a foldable cane. You can get single point canes that are foldable, which is a really nice feature if you want to pack it in a suitcase or a backpack or anything like that. The one thing about having a larger base and a foldable cane is that if you were ever to step on that base while you're walking, this could become a hazard. It's a fairly small base, but it is something to watch out for. Okay. It does flex a little bit, so it's supposed to be very good for rolling with you while you walk. That is the Hurricane. The next one we have is kind of a new guy on the scene, and this is the Posture Cane. So this is also a self-standing cane. It has a nice wide base. It actually has 2 options for a base. So this is a nice wide base that is meant to roll with you as you walk. As you can see, this one is much taller. It's held at a different angle. You are supposed to be at a 90-degree angle when using this cane. It is made to help keep a user more upright and looking further into the distance. So it does also have it has a full 10 adjustment points. It also has that collar on there to tighten. One of the features of this cane is it is supposed to help getting standing from a seated position. I find that it is a great support to use when standing. You can use a standard cane, of course, but this seems to have a little less pressure on the shoulders. So that is the Posture Cane. All right, the next one we're going to look at is the Quad Cane. All right, this one has 4 points of contact, fairly large base. Of course, it is self-standing. The this gives you more support. The downside to this is that there is kind of a lot going on down at your feet, so that it does present a bit more of a tripping hazard. It provides the most support, and again, the most area to run into with your foot. Now, one of the things to note with the quad cane is the shape. So it's got a more angled side and a more straight side. So you always want to make sure that that straight side is next to your body. You don't want to put that angled side next to your body. Well, what if I need to use it on my other side? We always want to use the cane furthest away from our weak leg. So if I need to use this on the right, well, this is adjusted for the left. The nice thing about the quad canes, as you can see, it's got the holes in the pin, but I can push that pin in and flip this around, and there are two sets of pins inside here. So as I tighten that, now I have the cane set to use on my right side. That would mean I would have left side weakness. So I can use that now on my right side. Okay, so that is the quad cane. Now there is one more I'm going to show you, almost a novelty cane. This is a seated cane. All right, so I flip that out, and my cane comes with a seat. So it is rather handy. And then I snap that back in place, and I've got my cane. Like I say, a bit of a novelty, but kind of interesting. All right, if you have questions about these or any other mobility devices, please feel free to reach out to us at Missouri Assistive Technology. That's www.at.mo.gov.